My name is Jim Thomas, and welcome to the Fitness Management Update. Our topic today is how to successfully sell your gym. Now, when the time's right and you're ready to sell, there's some key things you want to be mindful of to help expedite this process and to help you have a successful sale of your business. Number one is the price. And we find this to be the biggest reason that so many of these businesses do not sell. And when a buyer comes in to look at your gym, they're essentially going to buy two things. They're going to buy cash flow, and they're going to pay a multiple of that cash flow, or they're going to buy assets. They're not going to buy potential. They're not going to buy the blood, sweat, and tears that you have into it. So make sure you've contacted a professional and make sure your business is priced right. Don't make this big significant mistake. Number two, the deal structure. Know what kind of structure you're willing to do. Are you willing to carry back some owner finance? If you do have a profitable gym, are you pre-approved for some financing? Have all this in place to help push this process forward. When a buyer comes to you, you want to move through this as reasonably and as quickly as you can. Next is the lease terms. Do you have, a good lease terms in place? Can you successfully, transfer your lease, to this new owner? I know we talk to a lot of buyers and they'll say, yeah, my lease is up next month. That is not a value. Okay. They need to have a good long-term lease in place. Make sure you've got a nice business profile sheet in place, talking about your company and your staff and the marketing and the competition, a little bit of a, mini business plan, if you will, but, just a profile sheet of what you have. And this can answer a lot of questions coming into this. And then finally, make sure you've got your current tax returns, you got your P&L statements, you got all your information in place. Make sure you know what's owner's discretionary. If the business is, making a car payment, making your cell phone payment, make sure that's documented in there so you know what it is. Good financial records are going to go a long ways into establishing the confidence of your buyer. So how to successfully sell your gym, review these. You can reach us at fmconsulting.net /gyms for sale to learn of other gyms for sale or to potentially list your own. My name is Jim Thomas, and this has been the Fitness Management Update.